embarrassing.
Yeah, and the one of the coolest features of 2.4 was the replays, because it opens up so much possibilities, especially for you guys and for us to watch that, because that's really cool. And one of the cool things we've already seen sprout from it, I guess it was there before, I'm not really sure when it started, it was the challenge knots, but replays make that so much better, because the replays make it easier to validate all those cool challenges. For those who don't know challenge knots, go to the website. I think is it an easy URL?
I'm not sure what the URL is, so somebody should post it in the chat. I'm sure there's someone who does know what it is. So post the challenge knots URL here. It's a good way to get exposure for the challenge knots.
Yeah, basically it's all kinds of challenges. Think of them as achievements, but maybe even more than that. There's even things, there's bounties on people's heads, famous players, even us. So yeah, it's really cool. You should really check it out. And you have to send in your replay to confirm you've completed the challenge.
Yep, and there's videos online of, that are proof of the people who got the challenges, and there's even prizes for people who accomplish these challenges. So there's a chance to win some exclusive Starstorm stuff, which is well, that should be enough reason to check it out, right?
Yeah, and another cool thing for replays is of course tournaments.
Yeah,
I mean pro matches. And for those of you who didn't know, after this stream, there will be the finals of the team composition tournament.
Yep, it's Team Fun against Team 99 Cents.
It promised to be really cool. So just stick around after the stream. We'll post the URL so you can go check it out. It's gonna be great. Yeah. And with the replay system and the spectator mode that comes with it. Yep. Spectator mode! Yay! Spectator mode! Yay! It should be really cool.
Yep. So that's pretty cool. We've also seen some show matches casted by Slow Wolf and Weasel and Four-Core Jester, who are all very, very good gamecasters. So props to those guys, and thanks for commenting on those matches, and also thanks to 3HM and GIS and BBQ for partaking in those matches to give us some cool marketing stuff and a way to show everybody how cool Awesomenauts can be in that competitive setting. So if you haven't seen those matches, go check them out. They're definitely worth it. So that's it. Yeah.
So let's move on to the game. Some changes coming to 2.5. There's there's little changes, but they affect the gameplay quite a bit, especially one of them, which I know you've been waiting for a long time. So yeah, but first off, there's a new mechanic we're introducing. At the moment, it's just called tower shields. Yeah. What exactly? I mean, didn't you build the tower shields?
No, Maarten built the tower shields, but I did some tweaking on, and I think the idea came up on the forums, and it was an idea for countering the way people were outranging the turrets and cheesing the turrets with AoE damage, homing missiles, stuff like that. And we thought it was a really cool idea about these turret shields that would go on at certain points in the game and avoid damage on turrets when they got outranged or got damage from weird points of the game. So that's basically what we've implemented. Yeah. It works in two ways. So you got the first thing is that if the turrets can't hit a target, then it will go on and it will give the shield a shield that will absorb all the damage. Yeah. And the second one is that if it takes what's the second one? I don't know. It's the duration. So it's if the turret shoots for 3 seconds and it can't hit a target, then it will turn on. And the second one is if the turret isn't hitting anything but is getting damage, then it's also turned on. So that's the second one.
Yeah, so this is a way to prevent some maybe some cheesy tactics, some things that we didn't intend for. So it breaks maybe, I think, backdooring, so to say.
Yeah,
So,
stuff like people trying to outrange turrets kind
Yeah.
of goes against the way the game is meant to be played. Like in normal matches, this won't really have an impact. You won't really notice it if you are not intent on outranging turrets or cheesing turrets or whatever. So that's something that we're adding to the game, and it's going to be pretty cool. We hope so. Yeah.
we hope it'll fix some problems, maybe some issues, some gripes some people were having with these issues.
Yep.
So yeah, let's move on to the second point. We don't really have a name for this, but basically we've improved our jumping mechanics.
Yep. So this was also made by Martin. Martin is an awesome coder. So
Yeah,
and-
props to him.
yeah, it's something that just makes jumping in Awesomenauts in general feel a little bit better. It just feels more solid now, or it should feel more solid now. Of course, we want your feedback on this, but the way the system works is if you press the jump button like an instant or a couple of frames or like some milliseconds before you actually hit the ground, you will still jump when you hit the ground. And this seems like it is like a super detail kind of thing, but it has a pretty big influence on how the game feels and just feels more solid.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty meaningful change to the
It's
game.
especially nice for a bit like the floaty characters like Genji,
Yep.
who maybe right before you hit the ground, you want to jump again, but then he starts fluttering, and then you mess up your entire battle plan, so to speak. This will fix that.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's really cool.
So yeah, Flappy Knots. That's what it's gonna be.
Okay, and well, this one we've already announced on the Vault, and it's really cool, and we're really excited about it. I know you guys are excited about it. It's the AI editor.
Yeah, people will be able to build their own AIs. So even AIs for characters like Voltar or Raylin or Gna or whatever.
Whatever, every knot can get an AI. It's pretty advanced stuff. I mean, it's not the most easy thing to do. But if you dive into it, I bet everyone can make something really cool.
Yeah, it's some pretty hardcore stuff. Like it's probably not for everyone, but we know that there are a lot of tech savvy people in the Awesomenauts community that are just dying to get their hands on an AI editor to create some cool new AIs. And who knows, if we get some cool AIs from the community, we might be able to put them into the game. So you'll be able to practice against Raylan bots and against what have you, Ted McPain bots.
Yeah, you can practice. That will be cool. I mean, I'm really looking forward to everything you guys are going to make, basically. There's an explanation, a short tutorial, I think, on the forums. Joost posted it. He's not here with us right now to explain all the nitty-gritty details, but...
Yeah, there's a separate forum on the forums now called Modding. So if you go there, you can ask us all kinds of questions if you have questions about the AI editor, and we'll probably respond.
Yeah, and it will be released together with the upcoming patch.
Yep.
So, yeah.
You.
So I think we've covered what we wanted to cover so far. I think it's time for the next bit.
Do we have another bit?
I think we have another bit.
Ooh.
Hold on to your butts, because here we go.
I'm holding on.
It's maybe you saw it coming, maybe not, but it's Skree.
Yeah.
He's coming in 2.5.
It's the third of the 3 Awesomenauts that we announced with the Kickstarter. So we've seen Sentry, we've seen Ted McPain, we've even seen Foxy in the meantime. So this character's kind of overdue, but we think he's been worth the wait.
Yeah,
so it's pretty awesome. He has some cool tricks on his sleeve. We even changed him up a little bit from the initial design. We play tested him and found out some things weren't really working all that well. But we balanced him out, and we think we created a unique space for him, and he's pretty cool little rascal.
He's a pretty unique character, and we've been playtesting him a lot. It's been difficult, actually. There's been some revamps here and there, and there's been a lot of back and forth about his skills.
Yeah.
We've driven Fabian crazy with all the changes, but he's come out really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess the best thing we can do right now is to
stop the stream, and that's it.
Let's go home.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, let's go here.
So this is the Awesomenauts menu.
Let's
From here, you get access to all the Awesomenauts features, like custom games.
I hope I've updated to the latest version. So there he is. What's there to say? So this is the new character Skree.
Yep.
As you can see, there's his abilities and what he can do. We'll go over the abilities real fast because I bet you're dying to see him in action.
Yeah, we're not gonna waste too much time in the character select, I think.
Yeah.
So he's mainly about positioning. That's his keyword.
Yeah.
Right?
And the main thing we do want to touch upon is because you mentioned it before, we've done some changes. What we thought was best for the character after a lot of playtesting, and we changed the first ability that we already mentioned with the Kickstarter with his saw.
Yeah.
It's been changed up a bit.
Yeah. Initially, his first skill was he leaves behind the saw, he goes invisible, walks around, calls back the saw. But through playtesting, we found out that ability, unfortunately, doesn't work all that well. It still contains a saw, but right now it's more like a direct damage and area denial type thing. So it's not as much a stealth character because that didn't really fit the way he was playing, so to speak. So we changed that up a little bit, and you're gonna see that in a while. He also has another ability that's a wall. He can shoot lightning from his mechanical rod, innuendo. And he has a really unique way of moving around, something that isn't yet in Awesomenauts. He has a fairly straightforward jump, but there are some cool little twists. So let's just jump into the game, I say.
So yeah, of course he's got a lot of new items, and he can be built in a lot of ways. There's the upgrades for the wall, like increasing its height, increasing the damage, I guess. You can increase your own damage when you're near. What was it? Yeah.
It's not only a wall; it's also a statue that imbues Skree with power.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good example. You can put homing particles on the blade. You can put a slowing effect on there. Yep. So there's a lot of different things to do.
Yeah, we hope there's a lot of different builds that people can play Skree as, like with all the Awesomenauts. We hope there is some build diversity there.
Yeah, so I've got some random upgrades here. We'll see what they'll do. Let's just hop in.
All random. Hello, Skoldir.
Hello, Skoldir.
Demon Skoldir, even.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, there we go.
So,
okay.
Skree has the same dropper that everyone else does.
Oh, that's a surprise.
He doesn't ride first class. So there we go. There he is. A cool little fella.
Yeah.
So this is where you see his unique air maneuverability in action. He can just stop in the air. He can float around for a bit. There's no time limit to that. He can just permanently hover in the air, and he can move left and right on that same height.
Yeah. You can't go up after you started hovering, so you have to go down again and then just pick a new height and then just slowly drop down.
You just press jump again while in the air. It feels really good. So
And those jumping mechanics we talked about earlier, they really help him out because
yeah, he definitely needs those.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's head into the battle, buy some skills.
So let's buy stuff.
Boots.
Boots.
Always boots.
Always boots.
Boots, best tactic 2014.
Okay, so yeah, let's look at his main attack as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit something new that we did. Chain lightning.
His auto attack is a chain lightning, which is really cool. I think it's really cool.
There
So
we
it
go.
bounces to a set number of targets. Of course, there's upgrades which make you increase the number of targets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of different. There's upgrades to make it bounce multiple times. There's upgrades to make it able to bounce multiple times to the same target, which can be really cool. You can
Yeah.
put a slow on it. You can put more damage on it. You can put a damage over time effect on it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of cool ways to customize the way it works.
Yeah. So let's look at his first ability, which is the saw.
There we go.
So there's one little thing we haven't mentioned yet. So the saw, you shoot it out, it's stationary, and then it comes back to you.
Yeah.
The thing is, the first time you shoot it, it goes horizontal. It
Yeah.
can just go horizontal. You can't aim it at the first shot. So there is a
limit.
there is a limit to that those options. But once it's out there, you can make it stop anytime you want. So I can
Yep.
make it stop right in front of me like this. And when I move down here, it just goes through everything. Bam,
20 damage.
20 damage. So, and aside from that instant damage, which it does when you shoot it out or when it comes back to you, when it's stationary, it does ticks of damage
Yeah.
to everything that's in it, which is really powerful. It's a great zoning tool, basically.
Yeah, you can use it for burst damage, obviously, but you can also use it for zoning and area control. So there's multiple ways to use this skill.
Yeah.
Here we go. First kill.
See, now it's just doing damage, and it's great to destroy creep waves. It's a pretty strong ability. But that doesn't take away that its other ability isn't also really strong. It doesn't do any damage,
Nope.
but it's great for control. The way it costs is the same as Lone Star Dynamite's and
Yep.
Raiden's Time Rift. So you hold down the button,
There we go. Bam!
Bam.
Statue.
and this.
Out of nowhere.
So me and my teammates can walk through it, but every enemy creep, every enemy Awesomenaut, they will be blocked by this wall.
Yep.
So if I just drop it, so now Froggy can't go anywhere, he has to come down.
So long, Frog G. There we go.
So that's a pretty strong, it's a pretty strong zoning tool as well. And you can stand on top of it, which is really cool.
You can even, if you play with 3 Skrees in the same match through the allow same Skree option in custom games, you can put 3 statues on top of each other and all stand on top of it. So
You can play Jenga, basically.
you can play Jenga.
You can
Yep.
play Jenga with statues. Maybe it's a new game mode.
Jenganauts.
Jenganauts.
Jenganauts confirmed.
So let's see if there's some cool upgrades I can buy.
Probably not. Oh wait, there are.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the extra bullets. That's
bullets.
maybe cool.
The homing one. Knockback pulse, health,
Just upgrade a few
cooldown.
times.
Don't you have the height?
No, it's not in the loadout. There's an upgrade. I just picked a random loadout. There's an upgrade which increases the height. So all those little zones which you couldn't block before, they could still go over it. Now you'll just block off entire sections. It's really strong and can cause mayhem for the enemy team when they're suddenly you block off their path and they have to reroute and they have to go into your team. It's crazy.
It's a really strong combination with knots like Clunk, who kind of have trouble with knots that can get away easily. So
Yeah.
Skree is a good complementary character for those knots. You can just block off the escape route, and then Clunk comes in with his explode, and that's that.
So the upgrade I just bought, it puts a homing particle,
Yep.
basically, on the saw. So there's, aside from the damage it does by default, there's also little bullets coming off of it, who, as you can see here, who home to the nearest target, increasing its stationary damage even more.
Yep.
The other upgrade I bought was the extra bounces, so I can hit even more targets
Yep.
with my chain lightning.
They have to be kind of close together, but it creates a really interesting dynamic with where the more characters are together, the more damage you can actually deal without it being like straightforward AoE damage. It's a little bit more interesting than that, and it's also cool to see the sparks fly.
Yeah, but as you noticed as well about the tower, it has a health bar, so it's not like it's an immovable wall and you just have to wait it out. You can destroy it.
You can just kill it. Yeah, it has a pretty good amount of health. So yeah. There you go.
No clunk.
No, you died today. This is Awesomenauts. Yeah, these are definitely easy bots.
These bots, I have no clue what they're doing. The bots aren't very aware of Skree's extensive zoning capabilities.
No.
And you can use it as a little tank as well to help you escape, or
Yeah, you can just put it in people's face, and you can even add a knockback to it to push those people even further away. So yeah, that's really good.
zap zap.
Zappy, zappy, zappy.
Oh, what do I do with this wall? As you can see, the creeps, the droids will jump over it if they can.
Yep.
So it's not like it stacks creeps, so which would actually be bad for yourself, because if there's a stack of creeps, they do a lot of damage.
Yep. Unless you can AoE them.
Yeah, true.
So also, if you can see the little arrow next to Skree when he shoots out his saw blade. You can see the arrow where your saw blade is. So if you move off screen, you still know where it is and what trajectory the saw blade will make back to you. So
Yeah, so you can align it with the enemy droids or the enemy Awesomenauts, so it still does damage.
yeah, just a little added thingy there.
Here we go.
Do you have the upgrade for the second saw blade?
No, I don't have the upgrades. Shall I just make a new game with other upgrades?
Yeah, let's just.
We should show.